I'm black, black. I'm blackity black, black.
Yeah, they cut off them body cams when it's dirt time. Being alone with 5-0 is the worst times. We guys, people, guess
Haji,
why we got it the hardest.
what genre of music do you create?
Hip hop, rap music. I do a little writing and into other genres and things like that. But those are the main two, I would say.
Okay, and what got you started in creating hip hop music?
I would say, just being around it, just growing up, always hearing it, just being influenced, by the music, man, the culture, it's an incredible thing. So I just kind of took to it. One of my older cousins from New York, he was a big music head, big music fan. And, always hearing him listening to stuff kind of inspired us, so. Yeah.
Okay, and what made you say, this is it, this is what I'm going to do for a living?
Man, I don't know, man. I mean, you start off doing it, just having fun, just being entertained. And then I guess one day you just kind of realize, I got a story to tell. So, from there, just messing around with it, being creative, having fun. And then, people saying, hey, you maybe you should do this, you're good at it. So I said, I'll take my stab at it and kind of see where it takes us,
So how long has it been that you've been taking it this seriously, just saying this is it, what I'm going to do?
I mean, I've been doing it forever. I would say that, people that create music, listen to music, things like that, it's like a forever thing. However, I put my first official album out, I believe in 2014. Yeah, 2014 was my first real deal album, Did a bunch of freestyles, mixtapes, things of that nature, but that was, I would say, a turning point, so.
Okay. And originally you're from Lima, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Shout out to Lima, up Northwest Ohio. That's home. Shout out to everybody there. A lot of talent there, just like in Columbus as well. But yeah, grew up, born and raised in Lima, and then moved up to Columbus, kind of in search of just more opportunity, bigger market and whatnot. So, originally from Lima, Ohio.
Okay. So what is it like for African-American hip hop artists in Columbus today?
In Columbus, I mean, I would say that it's a really cool, really dope scene, underground scene. I feel like Columbus is one of those markets that hasn't really fully been tapped by mainstream. But I mean, it's a nice fan base out here. Venues to perform at, a lot of talent, a lot of dope artists, creators, rappers, singers, R&B. So there's outlets. I would say there's some pretty cool outlets, and a cool network of people, to kind of connect to. So
Okay.
it's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're all in the pandemic and we're all adapting to how the pandemic is affecting us. How have you adapted?
Well, I mean, at the start of the pandemic, I definitely, we were definitely looking for ways to connect, man. So we started doing a lot of, Instagram lives and, showcasing new music that way. It definitely give you a chance to kind of sit back and create, I found it in a way beneficial to me to kind of just sit down, slow down and just get into a creative space. You know what I mean? Obviously you can't go out and perform and things like that. I mean, you can do, like I said, do stuff on live and whatnot, but creatively it's been good, and obviously 2020 has been something else. So, but sitting down for the pandemic, open your mind up, and I've been able to kind of focus my energy and just, work on a lot of different things. So it's crazy year, but it's been some blessings in that year for me,
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems like you took that energy to create an EP, your EP, Black AF. What inspired you to create that?
So with that, obviously I feel like this, well, it's been an ongoing thing, right? But I feel like what really sparked that was George Floyd, that incident that happened right around my birthday. It happened, and when it happened, I just wanted to mobilize, you know. So I definitely, me and my people, we definitely went down to the protest, and just everything else, man. All this built up emotion, and then that creative space. So when everything was going on, I was working on an album as well as an EP. And when everything just happened, I felt like I needed to do something or say something, use my platform to do something. So it was a point in time where, you know, I started trying to create some type of music relevant to what was going on. And I couldn't, it wasn't coming together, you know, until one day, a few weeks after that. I probably started in July or so, maybe July, and it just started clicking. Different producers sending music through, and I had just got inspired. I actually wrote the whole EP in about maybe 36 hours, something like that, about 36 hours, and created the EP, laid it down, and I was trying to figure out a way to kind of drop it, how I wanted to approach it. Because like I said, I wanted to put everything else I was working on hold, all my other music and everything. It just kind of came together, you know. And I think that when I was making it, that I knew what my purpose was to make it, but I feel like it kind of became bigger than that, definitely bigger than me, as far as the content, you know. So yeah, we got it done, and just was like, you know, we need to get this out, you know. And that's just, I mean, that's how it kind of came together, though. I felt like I needed to talk about just so many different things as far as, you know, just the Black existence, you know, and social justice, police brutality, white privilege, just all these different elements and concepts. I felt like I just felt like I needed to speak on it, you know, and I wanted to use my platform to do that. And this is kind of what it turned into, you know.
Okay. What kind of research did you have to do to prepare yourself for this? Did you talk to, you know, maybe an older person in your family? Did you have to read some books, internet searching? What did you do to really hone in on this?
Well, first of all, you know, I kind of, some of the elements is just there, you know, just from our own experience, life experience and things like that. So some of the things I just fresh in my memory, fresh off my head. You know, and I do a lot of research and things like that. I would say that as far as speaking to people, man, like, you know, I found myself, I'm sure like everyone, a lot of people found themselves having these conversations, you know, just with everything that's going on in the world. And with that times with the pandemics, everybody sitting down and this is happening, we're watching all these things happen, protests all across the world, literally. So that was just the topic of discussion. So I would say, you know, I definitely spoke to people about different things, but I don't know. Like I said, it happened so fast. You know, it happened so quickly that a lot of it just flew on right out. You know, afterwards, I definitely sat down with a few different people playing the music just to kind of see how they felt about it. I seen, you know, grown men drop tears, and just everybody was very inspired by it and was like, yo, you need to put a little push behind this or do something with it. Like I said, my intent wasn't quote unquote to make it a thing. It kind of just became something, but I just think that was the topic of discussion. You know, I think it still is, you know.
Okay. And I mean, I think you did a very good job at just touching on historic things that African Americans face across the world. And so when you heard the news about Casey Goodman Jr., how'd you react?
I was upset. I'm actually going out to, you know, that protest here soon. I know it's been a couple of them, but I'm going out to the next one just to show my support. But it's like a deep rooted anger, you know. It's the same story. He didn't do anything. He just Black. And you hear these crazy stories about it as this or that, or, you know, and all this nonsensical nonsense, you know. And the wound doesn't never really close. It just reopen. I hurt for his family, his mother. Same story, and it's crazy because when it happened, one of the records on the EP, Black or the Berry, and the way that starts off is they cut off them body cams when it's dirt time. Being alone with 5-0 is the worst time. We God's people, guess why we got it the hardest? The sun shine bright through my blinds regardless. RP, my people ain't make it out altercations. Made me just immediately think of him. Where the footage at? Why? How? When? Where? So I feel like everybody's hurting, everybody's angry, we tired, So yeah, rest in peace to him, man. That's just, it's terrible, and he gonna get justice, So the EP, it speaks to all these situations, and it's like, it's music, but at the same time, it's real life, And I hate that we have to have a direct example of that, like horrible.
Yeah. And I mean, so just moving on to just, you in general. And so what's next for Haji?
Man, so right now, like I said earlier, couple projects and things like that we working on, and I do a lot of other things too. Outside, I put my own stuff out, whether it's executive producing, writing for other folks, stuff like that. But we got some really, really creative, cool visuals coming up off of the EP. We've been getting like a lot of Spotify placements and things like that. But just keeping the content coming, man, and more music. Definitely some real cool things coming up. And a lot of people you can tap in with me, social media, Haji XBII, across all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, the website, everything. So yeah, we just want to keep creating, keep motivating, keep the content coming. So some cool stuff coming very soon, by the end of this year, as well as going into 2021. So yeah.
And how would you describe Haji to someone who never met you before?
I would say that, I'm a real person. When you asked me when I started creating music, well, with the music, right? I enjoyed music and was trying to figure out what it was about until I realized I had an actual story to tell. So then I started telling those stories through my music. I'm from Lima, Ohio, small city, maybe 40, 45,000 people. We see each other, we greet each other, we speak to each other. I mean, and it's wild out there too, but I'm a people person. I'm humble, and I still value the art of music. So through that music, we can have fun, we can turn up and all that good stuff, but you're going to get a message at the same time. So I'm just a guy that I got a story to tell. I appreciate the culture. I appreciate the art of the music, and you're going to get something real when you meet Haji.
Okay. And last question, what would you say to an aspiring musician, rapper today? What would
I would say my advice would be, one, keep going, no matter what. Don't nothing happen overnight. Keep going. Look into yourself. Find out who you are and what it is that you have to offer. Don't try to be like anybody else. You can be inspired, that's fine, but it's going to be a grind, so grind. Look into yourself, find out who you are and what you can offer the world, because everybody is special. It's just that you got to hone in on, who you are and present that to the world. And some people like it, some people won't. It doesn't matter. Keep going, stay focused, and stay down until you come up.
Yeah, they cut off them body cams when it's dirt time. Being alone with 5-0 is the worst times. We God's people, guess why we got it the hardest? The sun shine bright through